18 times the royal family's staff spilled shocking secrets. The British royal family is one of the world's most famous and mysterious institutions. As public figures, their lives are constantly in the spotlight. However, much of what happens behind palace walls remains private. Over the years, staff members entrusted with the royals' closest confidences have revealed hidden details, scandals, and insights into their personal lives. These revelations have shocked the public and provided rare glimpses into the reality of life as a member of the royal family. Here are 18 notable examples of times royal staff members spilled shocking royal secrets. Number 1. Princess Diana's personal chef reveals her eating habits. Princess Diana struggled privately with bulimia and dangerous eating disorders during her years in the public eye. Her former personal chef, Darren McGrady, was one of the few to witness firsthand the late princess's eating habits behind closed doors. McGrady served as Diana's chef for 4 years and often cooked meals privately for her in her Kensington Palace apartments. In interviews after Diana's death, McGrady reveals insights into her eating disorders, which were unknown to the public at the time. He shared that Diana tended to binge eat large amounts of food in secret at night, frequently requesting several heavy desserts to be delivered after finishing dinner. She would often consume multiple servings of decadent dishes high in sugar and calories, like chocolate mousse, tiramisu, and bread and butter pudding. McGrady said she appeared to crave these rich foods for comforting herself when she was unhappy. By candidly sharing Diana's secret struggle with bulimia, McGrady humanized the princess and provided insight into the darker reality of life behind the glamorous facade of the British royal family. Number 2. Paul Burrell's tell-all book on Princess Diana. After Princess Diana's tragic death in the summer of 1999, her former butler Paul Burrell published a historic tell-all memoir in 2003 titled A Royal Duty. The explosive book contained closely guarded secrets about Diana's private life behind closed doors, as told from Burrell's perspective as her trusted confidant for over a decade. As Diana's butler, Burrell was one of her closest confidants outside of her family. She shared details about her marriage, divorce, love, regrets, and more with him over late-night phone calls and clandestine meetings. Diana entrusted Burrell with boxes of personal possessions, letters, notes, gifts from lovers, and other artifacts documenting the intimate details of her personal affairs and innermost thoughts. His book laid bare Diana's side of the painful dissolution of her marriage to King Charles, including his emotional absence and repeated infidelities. Burrell also shared insights into Diana's subsequent love affairs and relationships with men like James Hewitt, her bodyguard Barry Manicky, and heart surgeon Hasnat Khan. He revealed her struggles with mental health issues like depression, self-harm, and eating disorders during her years living under the crushing media spotlight. Burrell also detailed private conversations where Diana worried she had failed her sons, Prince William and Harry, as a mother. Number 3. Marina Wheeler on Queen Elizabeth's personal life. As Queen Elizabeth's senior dressmaker and personal wardrobe advisor for over 30 years, Marina Wheeler had access to Her Majesty's most private world. After retiring in 2008, Wheeler took the unprecedented step of publishing a rare book revealing details about working for the monarch and glimpses into her personal style, preferences, and habits. In the Queen's wardrobe, Wheeler lifted the veil on many aspects of Elizabeth's personal life that she kept hidden from the public eye as a monarch. She revealed everything from the Queen's preferred bra and underwear styles, including her penchant for wide straps and petite silk knickers, to the fact that she weighs herself before bed and, if unhappy with her number, would skip breakfast. Wheeler also shared how Elizabeth spent her precious free time often listening to horse races on the radio or catching up on mobster show reruns. Her memoirs exposed the Queen's quirky bathing habits, including her insistence on laying out her own bath towels and dislike of showers. The dressmaker also revealed inside information about Elizabeth's weekly hair appointments and her late-night gin cocktail tradition. Number 4. Princess Margaret's Lady-in-Waiting's memoir. Lady Anne Glenconner was a close friend and lady-in-waiting to Princess Margaret for over 30 years. She served dutifully by Margaret's side from the 1950s until the princess died in 2002. As part of her innermost circle of confidants, Glenconner had an unparalleled view of the scandals, tensions, and drama surrounding the Queen's rebellious younger sister throughout her life. In 2019, Glenconner finally published a tell-all memoir filled with candid details about her decades of service to Princess Margaret. The book, titled Lady in Waiting: My Extraordinary Life in the Shadow of the Crown, exposed little-known insights into Margaret's turbulent marriage to Lord Snowdon, her affairs with younger men, her difficult personality, health issues, and more. Glenconner described Margaret's intense jealousy and resentment towards her sister Queen Elizabeth, which colored their difficult relationship as adults. She also shared private conversations about Margaret's deep insecurities living in Elizabeth's shadow and frustration over lacking a clear royal purpose or position. Additionally, Glenconner exposed Margaret's emotional instability and volatility, revealing incidents of screaming fits, furniture throwing, and verbally abusing staff. She recounted wild parties, drug use, and Margaret's free-spirited sexual relationships, like her affair with a man 17 years her junior. Number 5. Sarah Goodall's account of working for King Charles. Sarah Goodall worked as secretary to King Charles from 1988 to 1993. After resigning from her post, she shocked the public by publishing a candid chronicle exposing the odd reality of working for the fastidious king. In her 2005 book, The Way We Were, Goodall provided an unfiltered look at Charles' loneliness, eccentric demands, volatile temper, and rigid routines that made his household chaotic to manage daily. Goodall revealed King Charles' peculiar habits like demanding his shoelaces be ironed flat every morning and insisting on scheduling the same weekly events at precisely the same time year after year. She also exposed his love of talking to plants, obsession with environmental issues, and habit of bringing his teddy bear with him wherever he traveled. According to Goodall, Charles could be a moody and difficult boss when his rigid routines were disrupted. She described how he would fly into rages and fits of screaming if facets of his schedule changed unexpectedly or things were not arranged to his liking. Goodall also revealed how Charles seemed perpetually depressed and starved for companionship due to his loveless marriage to Princess Diana. Number 6. Angela Kelly's book on Queen Elizabeth. In 2019, Angela Kelly made history by becoming the first ever serving royal employee to get Queen Elizabeth's blessing to publish a book. As the Queen's senior dressmaker and close confidant since 2002, Kelly offered privileged insights into Elizabeth's style, habits, and personal relationships built on nearly 2 decades working side by side with the monarch. In the other side of the coin, the Queen, the dresser, and the wardrobe, Kelly gives readers a peek into her tight bond with Elizabeth developed over countless hours of having garments fitted in the royal dressing room. She shared everything from the millinery tricks used to secure the Queen's hats on windy days to details about carefully preserving her 70-year-old wedding dress. Kelly also revealed private moments between herself and the Queen, like filming lighthearted skits or engaging in gleeful twin outfit pranks to give Elizabeth a laugh before big speeches. She emphasized the Queen's playful sense of humor and their inside jokes. While always remaining respectful, Kelly's unprecedented look behind the scenes crossed traditional protocol, barring staff from capitalizing on their royal connections. Number 7. Charles Oliver's insight into royal kitchens. Charles Oliver worked in the Buckingham Palace kitchens for nearly 20 years, catering to the royal family's elaborate culinary demands around the clock. After leaving his post in 2006, Oliver shocked the palace by exposing closely held secrets about the royals' dining habits, preferences, and kitchen quirks in a revealing book titled The Art of the English Table. Oliver offered insight into the intricacies of royal menu planning, everything from the Queen's breakfast tray to the children's meal options and preferred dinner dishes of Prince Philip. He also revealed insider gossip about the below-stairs environment invisible to the royals dining above, detailing the kitchen hierarchy, staff dramas, perks of the job, and all the work that went into elaborate state banquets. Additionally, Oliver exposed some of the more indulgent tastes of royal family members. He described the Queen Mother's legendary sweet tooth and quoted her motto, "I eat to live, I don't live to eat." Oliver also shared Prince Philip's notoriously abrasive manner, detailing incidents where Philip complained constantly about the cooking to any kitchen staffer within earshot. Number 8. Patrick Jeffson's revelations about Princess Diana. Patrick Jeffson worked as Princess Diana's trusted private secretary and gatekeeper from 1988 until 1996. spanning the period covering her separation from King Charles and transition to independent public life. After Diana's shocking death in 1997, Jeffson published the memoir Shadows of a Princess, documenting his up-close perspective on her trials and tribulations throughout those tumultuous years. Jeffson offered eyewitness details on Diana's crippling emotional instability, including her battles with depression, eating disorders, and suicidal thoughts. He also described her vindictive media schemes to get revenge on her estranged husband and the royal family by leaking private tapes or stories painting herself as the victim. Additionally, Jeffson exposed the extreme volatility of Diana's moods and temper behind closed doors, as she struggled to adapt to life outside the confines of palace protocol. He shared private conversations conveying her resentment and sense of betrayal towards the cold, unwelcoming royal system she never felt she fit into. Number 9. Dicky Arbiter's take on the royal family. Dicky Arbiter served as press spokesman for Queen Elizabeth from 1988 to 2000. After resigning, he penned several books documenting his tenure handling public relation disasters and scandals for the sometimes dysfunctional royal family. In his memoirs like On Duty with the Queen, Arbiter provided his take on the bitter Charles and Diana drama that engulfed the monarchy with embarrassing headlines for years. He shared his perspectives on managing the fallout from their tell-all TV interviews and leaked tapes detailing extramarital affairs. Arbiter also offered insight into key PR crises on his watch, like the devastating Windsor Castle fire and the Queen's scandal-plagued Annus Horribilis. Beyond damage control anecdotes, Arbiter also exposed salty observations about the royals' temperaments he witnessed behind the scenes. He described tactical disagreements with the Queen Mother and revealed Prince Philip's tendency to make politically incorrect gaffes that caused headaches. Arbiter also detailed royals' stunned reactions to his resignation announcement and sudden retirement from their service after 12 years. Number 10. Ken Warfs' book on Princess Diana's life. Former royal bodyguard Ken Warf protected Princess Diana from 1987 to 1993 during the painful collapse of her marriage to King Charles. In 2002, Warf broke protocol by publishing a shocking memoir detailing his up-close view of Diana's tumultuous private life behind the scenes. In Diana, Closely Guarded Secret, Warf provided an intimate eyewitness perspective into Diana's emotional distress during her transition from a happy newlywed to a scorned wife. He described her suicide attempts, depression, rampant insecurity, and affair she turned to for affection missing from her relationship with Charles. Warf also offered fly-on-the-wall revelations about Diana's famously manipulative relationships with the media. He revealed private conversations where she spilled family secrets and worries about failing her royal duties. Warf also exposed Diana's unstable mood swings between warmth and rage directed at staff. Number 11. Katie Nicholls' royal reporting. As a leading royal correspondent and Vanity Fair contributor, Katie Nicholls has leveraged insider sources to break news on the Windsors for over a decade. She's spilled countless royal scoops in tell-all books like The Making of a Royal Romance about Harry and Meghan and William and Harry Behind the Palace Walls. By cultivating anonymous palace and staff leaks, Nicholls has offered fly-on-the-wall revelations about events like Prince William's courtship of Princess Catherine, Queen Elizabeth's clashes with King Charles, and Prince Harry's bitter feud with William. Her reporting has also exposed private gossip about Prince Andrew's scandals, Meghan Markle's demands, and the Queen's health problems. Nicholls' books have shared rare peeks into the royals' personal lives that illuminate their family dynamics hidden from the public eye. Number 12. Grant Harold's insights as a former royal butler. Grant Harold is a former butler who worked for King Charles at Highgrove House and served Prince William and Prince Harry between 2004 and 2011. Since leaving royal service, Harold has capitalized on public fascination with the royals by revealing glimpses into the lives of the Windsors through media interviews, books, and his etiquette website. While sharing lighthearted anecdotes and harmless trivia from his career tending to the royals, Harold has still spilled insider details that cross the line of privacy. He revealed everything from King Charles' secret workout routine to the proper way the royals hold teacups based on palace etiquette training. Harold also shared insider knowledge such as the elaborate meal planning for royal holiday gatherings at Balmoral and Sandringham. He's discussed his mishap averting near disasters like almost spilling coffee on the Queen and provided amusing tidbits about royal pets' extravagant lifestyles. Number 13. Desmond Shawe-Taylor's Art Collection Insights. Desmond Shawe-Taylor has served as surveyor of the Queen's pictures since 2005, overseeing the royal art collection displayed across Britain's palaces. In 2018, he published a book documenting his insights gleaned from this privileged role being entrusted with the Crown's invaluable canvases. In Desmond Shawe-Taylor's Royal Collection Yearbook, he gave readers a peek into the treasures amassed by monarchs over centuries and the stories behind the collection's most noteworthy works, along with showcasing jewels of portraiture, landscape paintings, sketches, and more. Shawe-Taylor revealed how royals harness art to enhance their power and prestige. His analysis provided historical context largely missing from public palace tours and illustrated how the royal family strategically shaped its image over generations through commissioned artworks. Shawe-Taylor effectively exposed one of the key methods the royals crafted their public identity and disseminated intentional messages through symbolism-filled portraits seen by their subjects. Number 14. Jennifer Zucker's account of the Royal Palace. Jennifer Zucker spent a decade working for the Royal Collection Trust, helping oversee operations at numerous royal residences. In 2020, she published a rare memoir providing an inside look at the reality of maintaining the monarch's estates based on her first-hand experiences. In Sandringham, a royal estate for over 150 years, Zucker revealed hidden details about Sandringham House rarely seen by tourists or known outside palace walls. She exposed everything from the secret underground tunnels used by staff to the private bedrooms occupied by past generations of royals. Zucker also offered a sneak peek into the everyday work routines required behind the scenes to keep the estates functioning for the Queen's visits. This included precautions like securing antique decorations before house cleaning and sharing the monarch's favorite picnic spots on the grounds. For a past employee to expose such insider perspectives on the usually tightly sealed-off royal residences broke taboos about capitalizing on one's access. But avid royal watchers relished the chance to envision the real life of palaces through Zucker's memoirs. Number 15. Former Royal Protection Officer Stories. The elite team of royal protection officers tasked with guarding the royal family is known for utmost secrecy about their classified work safeguarding the monarch. But over the years, some former security staff have broken the code of silence to share their experiences protecting the Windsors in interviews and memoirs. While identities are concealed, these officers have offered fly-on-the-wall revelations about what it's like working alongside Queen Elizabeth and family in their most unguarded moments. Some expose security breaches and threats the public never knew about, providing a frightening reminder of the dangers the prominent family faces. Others have revealed insights into royals' personalities based on private interactions, describing how certain family members treat staff behind closed doors. Though discreet, these accounts still provide a rare perspective on the royals' daily lives and glimpses of their character outside the spotlight. Number 16. Former royal chefs' inside stories. Numerous former chefs who once cooked for Queen Elizabeth and the royal family have penned memoirs and given interviews sharing secrets of the kitchens after leaving service. While most remain tastefully discreet, some have revealed juicy insider details about serving the privileged Windsors. Ex-royal chef Darren McGrady exposed Princess Diana's bulimia battle and her favorite comfort foods in cooking for her. Graham Newbold, a former chef to the Queen, revealed the rigid specificity of the monarch's eating habits, like eating the same breakfast daily and disliking garlic. Other former royal cooks like Brian Turner have shared entertaining anecdotes about catering massive state banquets or trying to prepare food to match Prince Philip's grumpy temperament. Some have even described Queen Elizabeth's drinking habits, such as her pre-bed gin and Dubonnet cocktail. While focusing mainly on food, these ex-employees have still shed light on the royals' quirks and preferences in their most unguarded private moments. Number 17. Former Palace Press Secretaries' Revelations. Serving as press secretary and communications director for the royal family requires the utmost discretion about internal affairs. But some former PR staff have later penned memoirs sharing their media strategies and insights orchestrating coverage of the royals. The Queen's ex-press secretary Charles Anson exposed internal discussions around managing scandals in his book, The Calls of the Blood. Former Kensington Palace communications head Miguel Head wrote a tell-all book revealing his efforts at rehabilitating King Charles' image through public engagements. Past spokeswoman Sandy Henney described the eating disorders faced by Princess Diana, which the palace wanted to keep secret. Other former press secretaries have shared their PR tactics, balancing access for the media while also guarding the royals' privacy. While most maintained confidence after leaving service, some have pulled back the curtain on the palace media machine that crafts the monarchy's public image. For PR veterans to share such insider experiences violates the code of loyalty expected from past royal staff members. Number 18. Clive Goodman's phone hacking scandal. Clive Goodman, the paper's former royal editor, admitted to intercepting voicemails and calls of Prince William and Prince Harry for stories. When exposed in an illegal reporting practice investigation, Goodman had built up a massive archive of the young royals' private conversations about everything from Charles' marriage woes to Harry's nickname for Queen Elizabeth. The hacked messages provided an unprecedented window into the Windsor's candid, unfiltered lives. The scandal revealed just how vulnerable William and Harry were to surveillance despite palace security. It also shattered the code of honor among royal correspondents and showed the unethical lengths some would reach for gossip. For a journalist devoted to covering the royal family to criminally expose some of their most intimate secrets for profit represented an astonishing betrayal of trust. Goodman's transgressions left the young prince's confidence in their privacy permanently shaken. And there you have it, 18 jaw-dropping examples of times royal staff exposed the Windsor's most shocking secrets and intimate details to the public, often violating trust and protocols. From saucy gossip to security risks, these leaks have given rare glimpses into the royals' unguarded lives outside the spotlight. While craving more access into the palace bubble, we have to consider the ethics behind staff cashing in on private stories at the royals' expense. But there's no denying these revelations have illuminated a more relatable, flawed side of the monarchy normally hidden behind a veneer of perfection. Let me know in the comments your take on staff spilling royal secrets. Do you think it humanizes the royal family, or is it an unacceptable betrayal of their privacy? Don't forget to like and share this video if you learned some eye-opening details about what goes on behind palace walls. Thanks for watching.